Dear all, this is S. Ambalatharasu, Assistant Professor, Department of Science and Humanities, King's College of Engineering, Punalkulam. Now we are going to see about Compton effect, a theoretical part, which is in engineering physics. Before entering into the Compton effect, we need to know some fundamentals. That is, what is mean by photon? A photon is a discrete energy in the form of small packets or quantas of definite frequency. That is, in a simple way, we can say that the light particles are called photon. Now, the properties of photons, that is, the photon are similar to that of electron, that is, likely to be electron, and photon will not have any charge, that is, positive charge or negative charge. No, there is nothing in charge. Also, we can't say that it is neutral charge, that is, no charge. They are not affected by magnetic or electric field. Also, they do not get ionized with gases. The energy of photon is given by E equal to h nu. The moment or the movement of photon is given by P equal to m into c. Now, Compton effect. When a beam of monochromatic radiation, such as X ray, gamma ray, or beta ray, of high frequency are allowed to fall on a fine scatterer, the beam is scattered into two components, namely, one component having the same frequency or wavelength as that of the incident radiation, which is called unmodified radiation, and the another is called modified radiation, which has the component having the lower frequency or higher wavelength compared to that of incident radiation. This effect of scattering is called Compton effect. Next, Compton shift, that is, when a photon of energy collides with an electron of scatterer at rest, the photon energy gives its energy to the electron. Therefore, the scattering photon will have lesser energy or higher wavelength compared to the wavelength of incident photon. Since the electron gains energy, it recoils with the velocity. This effect is also called as Compton effect, and the shift in wavelength is called Compton shift. So, while explaining the theory, Compton scattering is the collision between the photon and electron, which is to be considered. By applying the law of conservation of energy and momentum, the expression for Compton wavelength is derived. Here we have to assume two assumptions, that is, the collision occurs between the photon and the electron. We have to keep in mind that the collision is between photon and electron. The electron is free and is at rest before collision with the incident photon. With these assumptions, let us consider a photon of energy h nu collides with an electron at rest. During this collision process, a part of energy is given to the electron, which is turn increase the kinetic energy of the electron. Hence, it recoils at an angle of phi, as shown in the above figure. The scattered photon moves with an energy of h nu at an angle theta with respect to the original direction. This diagram clearly indicates the complete process. That is, here the target electron is at rest and the photon is at movement. This can be divided into two parts, that is, before collision and after collision. For example, before collision, the target electron is at rest and the incident photon is at movement. After collision, with an angle phi, the electron recoils its energy and the photon scattered with an angle theta. These all are given by the Compton with respect to the equation, that is the electron equation P equal to root of E square minus MEC square whole divided by C, and the PF equal to EF by C, which is equal to H nu F by C or H by lambda F. And finally, lambda F minus lambda I equal to lambda del, that is the change in wavelength, which is equal to H by m naught C into 1 minus cos theta. This also be experimentally verified by Compton. That is, when a photon of energy h nu collides with a scattering element, the scattered beam has two components, one of same frequency or wavelength, that of incident radiation, and the other has low frequency or higher wavelength as that of incident radiation. This effect is called Compton effect and the shift in wavelength is called Compton shift. This diagram clearly indicates the construction of Compton experiment. That is, a monochromatic ray, X-ray, gamma ray, beta ray produces here, which transmit through two slit for perfect beam, and it is scattered in an electron plate. These scattered rays are observed or detected with the help of X-ray detector, and these will be recorded. Also, this I have explained already. That is, it consists of X-ray tube for producing X-ray, slits to focus the X-ray, and the scattering elements of carbon C is mounted on the circular table. That is the Bragg spectrometer, which will detect the X-rays. And the scattered X-rays, with the help of Bragg spectrometer, the wavelengths are measured. These experiments are repeated for various scattering angles, and the scattered wavelengths are measured. Also, a graph is plotted. That is, here we can see the angle is first 0 degree and 45 degree and 90 degree and 180 degree. With this different in angles, if we draw a graph for intensity and wavelength, we get the difference in wavelength, that is del lambda. Initially 0.007 and next at 90 degree angle 0.0236 wavelength, and finally for 180 degree del lambda equal to 0.0472. Not only for these four cases, we can measure at any angle, for example 10 degree, 20 degree, 25, 30, 40, etc. This figure, the scattering angle theta equal to 0, the peak, that is a single peak, will appear as shown in the above diagram. Similarly, for the other regions also, they have two peak or 3, and the distance between these two peaks will gets larger. So while getting larger, we can observe that the del lambda, that is the wavelength, differs from 0.007 to zero point zero 0.02. Hence, this wavelength is called Compton wavelength, and this shifting wavelength is called Compton shift. Thank you. Thank you all.